my dash. I don't know if you can see it on the hood. That is all pollen. The pollen that you see here, that shit is from all these pine trees, and it is ridiculous. I can barely breathe right now, and I feel like I've had a sore throat for a couple days because of all of this pollen in the air. So when we get this coffee, we are definitely going to eat some Claritin to try to resolve this issue. So I've recently found that I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It is like my favorite. I used to drink Starbucks a lot. Actually, now that I say that, I'm probably going to go get some Starbucks instead. But what is this video about? I don't really know. I haven't decided exactly what all I'm going to film today. One, I know that at some point I want to do a launch control video. And this car has a couple of other cool features that are like in the performance section. And yeah, I just ran a stop sign. Anyways, so there's a couple of other features in there that are pretty cool. So it's got 0 to 60 calculator to show how fast you went from 0 to 60. It calculates it itself once you start moving until you get to 60, of course. And then the other one is kind of cool. I want to try. They have 0 to 100 and then 100 to 0 deceleration. So it's like a stopping test. It's pretty cool. I've done it one time and I didn't follow through with it completely because I had stuff in my seat that I didn't think about, going from like 100 miles an hour to 0 as fast as you can. I didn't think about all the stuff that's just going to go flying because you don't normally stop that hard on a daily basis. It's not something you always do. But I did it, and I had stuff hitting the back of my seat, flying into the dash. I heard a bunch of stuff in my trunk just slam up against the inside of the back of the trunk lining in it. That's when I was like, yeah, maybe should have thought about that. One of the cons of driving around in a loud, lowered Mustang is that when I say everybody wants to race you, I mean like everybody. I had a 4-door Hyundai, I think it's a Sonata, and it's an old guy. He's probably like 45 or 50 with his whole family in the car, like 3 kids in the back and wife in the front seat, like smacking him, telling him don't do that because he was trying to race me. I mean, like, we ended up getting stuck at, I think, 4 or maybe 3 red lights next to each other, just back to back to back. And this guy's like throwing his car in neutral and revving it up and like doing little jumps, like power braking it and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, quit. I'm not racing your fully packed Hyundai Sonata down one of the main roads in the city at like 12 o'clock at night. That's not happening. But it's just funny to see that people do that like crazy. It's ridiculous the amount of people that do it. So it's kind of annoying because there's also like tons of little crap cars with awful exhaust that would just sit at the red light and bang their shit off the rev limiter until you acknowledge them. There's been a couple times where I just like roll down my window like, no, like, stop, leave me alone. You'd be surprised how many people try to race me when there's like cops around. I pull up next to me and they're like revving up and ready to go, and I'll point like across the street. I'm like, there's a cop sitting right there. Like, I'm not about to race you. You're so stupid. So that happens a lot when driving around in a Mustang. Everybody wants to race you. Everybody. So this lady was just backing out of her parking spot, and her fucking wheel, can you see that? Her wheel just like separated in the car, it's like giant snap noise, and it's just stuck. I'm pretty sure like her ball joint just fucking broke off or something like that. That really sucks. So I have decided Starbucks it is. I know that's the basic white girl coffee, but I don't really care. That's what I want. That's what I'm gonna go get. And make sure I have my wallet. That would have really sucked if I just drove all that way and I don't have my wallet with me. I feel like I need to make a video mostly just about this car. Not so much of a review, more of like a what do people think about this car and why. with it being a Mustang, of course, people, it seems, originally buy the Mustang specifically to have like the V8 power in a two-door sports car that is an American classic. That's pretty much the reason why everybody grabs these things. That's the reason I got one. Is I've never had a Mustang before, and I don't actually think that I've had a V8 before. No, well, yeah, I did have one at one point, but it was a little different. It wasn't like this, not a performance V8. But the thing about these cars is, like I said, they're a classic car. Everybody has always wanted one or known somebody that has one. I mean, you stop and think about it right now. How many people do you know of that know somebody that has a Mustang or has had a Mustang? There's a lot of them. It's like everybody wanted one and has one. So there's that factor when you buy one, is the original classic. But then some people say that since you have a Mustang, it's just a basic car. You're like, why would you go buy a car that everybody has or everybody wants? And they use the same argument against you. How many people do you know that have a Mustang, or their parents drive one, or their brother has one, and the whole family drives around? And you know, I guess it could be annoying, but I don't really care. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of the same way for a lot of cars. I mean, like as far as like a Honda Civic goes, I know families that do the same thing. They all drive those. I feel like everybody drives a Civic. Like everybody has one. And some people are very particular to what they drive. They want it to be unique, and they don't want it to be something that everybody else has. I don't really care that everybody else has this car, because once you make it your own, it's your own thing. I mean, I've had a lot of Nissan 240SXs before, and with having that, yeah, they're all just, if you were to put them all back to stock and just have an inventory of them out there, you would see that there's tons and tons and tons of these cars out there, and they would all look exactly the same. But since they've been out for a long time, and it's very hard to find one that's not been like completely either destroyed or modified correctly, they only go one of two ways, then you could say the same thing about that. You just say, oh, that's just a boring basic car that everybody has. But everybody's done their own things with them and made them into their own cars. So it's really cool to see that. But it also, you know, it changes your argument where people say, well, everybody has a Mustang. I mean, a lot of people have those too, but they all kind of made it their own thing. So it's different, which is what, of course, everybody strives to do in their car that is passionate about modifying it and making it their own. So there's a lot of pluses to having anything, really. But as far as your cars go, a lot of people, they love the cars. They're classic, original. I get tons of people from all ages, to little kids that would come up and just say, oh, that's a cool car, and then all the way up to the old people that want to stop you at a gas station and say, back in my day, you know, I had one of these, and it was this, and you're like, it's cool, thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm also just trying to get gas and go home. So there's a lot of pluses to this car as well. Like I said, you get a lot of looks, people love it. You get a lot of hate though. I don't know if you guys remember that probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, there was this meme going around, a meme, and I can't really blame them for having it, because it was about the Mustangs crashing into crowds after car meets, and I can't really say that shouldn't have been that way, because there was a lot of video surfacing of Mustangs crashing into car meets. So, I mean, I actually had people in traffic like do this. They rolled down your window. I rolled down my window, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I gotta be careful so you don't crash into me." I'm like, you know, that's absolutely hilarious. But can you please stop? Since I'm using a GoPro to film most of the stuff on the inside of the car, it's using, of course, the mic that's built into the GoPro, and that's why I was having it sitting on the right side of the windshield facing me, so you get kind of a better view of the inside of the car. Then I realized that that's not the best idea, because the mic is trying to pick up on all kinds of stuff that I don't want it to, and it's been kind of ruining my audio. So what I decided was I would move it over here, so it's kind of more direct directly facing my face.